Is the American Catholic Church losing its way by turning into a political weapon? It is a question that many have been asking, but few are willing to address with the level of intensity we are seeing today from one of the most prominent voices in the country. Bishop Robert Barron is taking a stand, and he is pulling no punches against those within the faith who he believes are choosing demonization over dialogue. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you don't miss our deep dives into the stories that matter most. Bishop Barron, in an exclusive interview with Fox News Digital, has sent a clear message to the Catholic left: stop the demonization of the Trump administration. For years, the bishop has observed a troubling trend where dialogue is championed as a core value of the church, but only as long as it involves people who agree with the status quo. When it comes to conservatives, that spirit of bridge building seems to vanish, replaced by a demand that they simply fall in line. Barron argues that this is fundamentally unfair. He is calling out the hypocrisy of those who label conservatives as anti-humanitarian simply for wanting to secure the border. The bishop makes a point that is often ignored in mainstream media: there are, in fact, strong moral reasons for being concerned about an open border. It isn't just about partisan politics, it is about the safety and well-being of the most vulnerable. This realization for Bishop Barron wasn't just theoretical. He recounted a deeply moving experience during a recent White House call where he participated as part of his work on President Trump's Religious Liberty Commission. He heard a passionate, emotional appeal from border czar Tom Homan, a man who has come out of retirement twice to combat the chaos at our southern border. Homan, who is himself a Catholic, spoke about the devastating reality of human trafficking, specifically the disappearance of children who have been completely lost in the system. When the bishop heard Homan describe the destruction caused by an open border, he wasn't hearing a politician. He was hearing a man who has seen the absolute worst of human nature and who understands that an open border is not a sign of kindness, but rather a source of enormous moral decay. Barron found that perspective not only moving but undeniably rooted in a reality that many in the church refuse to acknowledge. So, what does this mean for the future of the church's involvement in the political sphere? We are witnessing a clear plea for a return to prudential judgment. Bishop Barron believes that the church has a role to play in providing a moral framework, but that framework should be used to guide decision-makers, not to bash them for fulfilling their duty to uphold the law. He is specifically suggesting that key Catholic figures in the Trump administration, people like J.D. Vance and Marco Rubio, should sit down with their counterparts in the Vatican for a real, substantive conversation. The goal here isn't to turn the church into a lobbying firm, but to ensure that the moral authority of the faith is actually utilized to solve the crises facing the country. The tension between the Vatican and Washington is well documented, but Barron believes that by treating the president as a politician rather than a partner in navigating complex moral dilemmas, the church is missing a massive opportunity. This is a crossroads for Catholics in America. We have leaders like Bishop Barron trying to inject nuance and serious conversation back into the dialogue, while others seem content to continue the cycles of outrage and division. The question remains, will the church be a bridge builder, or will it remain locked in the same political battles that are tearing the rest of the country apart? What do you think about this? Is Bishop Barron right to call out the demonization of the Trump administration, or should the church continue to take a firm stand against these immigration policies? Drop your opinion in the comments below. I read every single one, and I want to hear your perspective on this crucial issue. The divide in our country is deep, but as the bishop points out, we cannot solve these problems if we refuse to talk to one another. Whether it's immigration, international conflict, or the moral crises at our borders, we need leaders who are willing to bridge the gap. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more updates as this story continues to unfold.